MOTOSURF Games return to Sebring, Florida for the fourth time for 3 thrilling days of racing on Lake Jackson. This year's action-packed weekend features 5 exciting racing categories. The top-tier Pro class, formerly known as Elite, the Women's class, the fiercely competitive Hobby class, the Junior class, and a brand new addition, the Legend class, where riders aged 50 and up prove that passion and skill only grow stronger with experience.
Legend today.
Sebring, Florida is a charming city, known for its rich history and natural beauty. Nestled in the heart of Central Florida, Sebring lies on the shores of Lake Jackson, known for its sandy beaches and popularity as a destination for boating and swimming.
We're just a small town in Florida, kind of our little slice of heaven, but to have motorsports come here just kind of plays off of what we already have as far as the 12 Hours of Sebring, which is an international roadways. Now we have the racing on the water, which is the same type of event. It's just so exciting to bring here because people come from all over the world.
The MOTOSURF Games format includes 4 heats for each class, building toward a dramatic final race that decides the podium. This year's Sebring MOTOSURF track is tighter and far more technical than last year, with a maze of sharp turns that test a rider's precision and control. The course also includes a split section, offering bold riders a chance to overtake, along with strategically placed joker buoys that competitors must circle a set number of times, adding a tactical layer to every lap. Now let's meet some of the top contenders in the Pro class. Pro class featured 10 of the fastest riders, pushing the limits of speed and performance on the water. Leading the pack was American Anthony Squire, winner of the 2023 Sebring race and current leader in the Stock World Championship. He topped qualifying to secure pole position.
My first race here in 2022, didn't get podium, wasn't the greatest, but 2023 was my first podium and I've just continued ever since. So hopefully I can get another one this year. There's some tough competition. We got a few people from overseas that are really pushing us all.
Looking to shake things up was Adam Kolar from Czechia. The former Junior World Championship runner-up stepped up to the Pro class this year and impressed immediately by qualifying second.
Anthony is really fast, but I'm thinking I can beat him like in one heat, I hope.
Canadian Mark Andrews remains one of Squire's fiercest rivals, determined to finally take the win. Juan Pablo de Arquidi, better known as JP, is another long-time challenger, always battling for the top spot. Ted Burke, father of women's class racer Anne Burke, made his return after injury, hungry to prove himself.
Last year I was out the whole year. I tore my ACL, but now I'm back this year. Love being back, love racing with my daughter, and having a great time out here.
Anthony Mastroni of Canada continues to climb the ranks and could break into the top 3. Last year's double America's champion, rider Sawangwon, who dominated both the junior and hobby classes, moved up to the Pro this season.
But right now it's going pretty good. I've actually surprised myself a little bit. My best heat I got 4th in, which is pretty good for a 16-year-old against full-grown men.
Other strong contenders include Chilean Jaime the Hurricane Puncache, American Tyler Chenault, and Orlando's own Brian Lee. Heat 1, Anthony Squire dominated from start to finish, while Adam Kolar kept his composure to secure second. Squire once again controlled the race in Heat 2, while Kolar initially chased in second, but was passed on joker laps by Mark Andrews and Ted Burke, who finished second and third respectively. Heat 3 saw Squire nail the start again, blasting ahead. Kolar and JP battled side by side, but the young Czech rider had the inside line to secure second. Squire led until his long lap, where he got stuck behind Tyler Chenault. Kolar carved flawless turns to claim his first Pro class win. Heat 4, Squire and Kolar blasted off the line, while Andrews fell back. Chenault surged from the outside to challenge Ted Burke for third, but was later overtaken by Burke and Andrews on joker laps. Mid-race, Kolar fell while passing a back marker, opening the door for Mark Andrews to move into second. Squire cruised to his 3rd heat win, with Andrews second and Burke in third. For the final race, here's a look at how the other categories played out. This year, the women's MOTOSURF division saw international stars join the field, raising the level of competition. Leading the charge was Slovakian Sara Zubarova, ranked 3rd in the world, making her first US appearance. She dominated qualifying with blistering speed, less than a second off pro-class leader Anthony Squire's time.
I'm here first time. I like it here so much. I'm not here at my surfboard. I'm not racing at my surfboard, so it's a little bit difficult for me.
Her close friend, Czech rider Barbara Kolarova, brought valuable World Tour experience and secured 2nd on the grid. In 3rd was Anne Berg from North Carolina. After a strong rookie season last year, she's been competing internationally and returned more determined than ever.
Going up against the best in the world, I have learned a lot. My goal for myself is to be the fastest North American. Currently, I'm in that position, so let's hope I continue that lineup.
Canadian veteran Rihanna DeVoe, known for her consistency and skill, started 4th. From Quebec City, Marie-Pierre Blanchard lined up 5th, and Miami's Vanessa Bilot rounded out the field in 6th. Throughout the heats, Anna Burke consistently exploded off the line, dominating the starts and often leading through the opening laps. Her strong launches and smooth lines through the split sections allowed her to fend off challenges from Sara Zubarova and Barbara Kolarova early on. But as the races wore on, the world-class speed of Zubarova and Kolarova showed. Using strategic joker laps and quicker overall lap times, they steadily closed the gap and overtook Burke in the later stages. Heading into the final, Zubarova would keep the #1 shorts on the final starting grid, with Kolarova 2nd, Burke 3rd, and DeVoe 4th. The women line up for the final race. The flag drops and Anna Burke explodes off the line, storming into a huge early lead with a phenomenal start. But Sara Zubarova quickly closes the gap in 2nd, with Barbara Kolarova close behind in 3rd. Approaching the split course, Anna takes the right, Sara the left, neck and neck through the turns. They burst out side by side, but Anna has the inside line and fends off Sara's attack to hold the lead. But Sara stays glued to Anna's tail, just a board length back, searching for a way past. The Slovakian takes her joker lap to find clean water and set up her next move. Anna Burke continues to lead, but for how long? The Czech and Slovak duo, Barbara and Sara, weave through the course, relentlessly closing the gap on the American. Further back, Marie-Pierre Blanchard in 6th makes room for fellow Canadian Rihanna DeVoe, who moves up to 4th, while Vanessa Bilot presses hard in 5th. Up front, Anna finally takes her final joker lap, opening the door for Sara Zubarova to surge into 1st, showing why she's the world #3. Barbara secures 2nd, with Anna digging deep to grab a hard-earned final podium spot for the USA.
In the start, it was like pretty tight with Bara and Anna. Then I managed to win, so I'm so happy and glad for that.
I'm very happy how I ended up. I got 3rd place, so I made the podium and I am now the fastest female in North America.
Sara Zubarova shines in her US debut, taking the top spot in style. The junior division provided a perfect stage for young athletes to step into the world of MOTOSURF, learning from seasoned professionals along the way. Austrian talent Leo Lichal-Kratishvili made his US debut after finishing 5th overall in the 2024 Junior World Championship. He made an immediate impact, topping qualifying from start to pole. Small in stature but fierce on the water, Lucas Violet powered through with sharp, effortless turns to grab 2nd in qualifying and set his sights on victory. Nico Sawangwon, younger brother of Ryder Sawangwon, secured 3rd on the grid. Returning after her rookie season, Lauren Mardin, mentored by Jaime the Hurricane Nkashe, rounded out the field in 4th. Racing got underway, Leo Kratishvili dominated, winning every heat. Lucas excelled with lightning-fast starts and briefly led several races, but Leo consistently reeled him in to take the victories. Behind them, Nico and Lauren waged a close battle for third, with Nico ultimately coming out on top. The lineup would be the same for the final. The race is on. Lucas Violet explodes off the line with a blistering start, and so does Nico, but Leo Kratochvil isn't far behind. Leo digs deep, reeling in the leaders in a drag race to the whole shot. The three leaders are almost side by side, but it's Leo who has the inside line and locks down the lead around the boy. Lucas settles into second, while Nico Sawongwan fights for third until Nico catches an edge and goes over in a huge crash. Lauren Mardi seizes the moment, moving past into third. Now she just has to hold on. Up front, Leo is in control, commanding the race on his way to a dream US debut win. But Lucas refuses to let go, keeping him well within striking distance. Lucas dives for his joker lap, hoping to gain ground. But he comes out right behind Nico. For a full lap, he's forced to battle, losing precious seconds before finally breaking free for his final joker. Meanwhile, Nico shows incredible heart to claw his way back and reclaim third after Lauren has a crash. The Austrian rider powers across the line to claim a stunning first victory on US waters. Lucas secures second, and Nico's comeback earns him a hard-fought third. Leo Kratochvil victorious in his first American race. Making its debut this year, the Legend class welcomed riders 50 and older, highlighting the sport's growing depth and history. The standout was Austrian Roman Lichel Kratochvil, father of junior competitor Leo. Both topped qualifying in their divisions, with Roman an incredible 5 seconds clear of the field.
Group legends over 50. I'm over 50 and I beat the US guys, I hope.
David Wilson, who finished third overall in the 2024 America's Championship and qualified second. Kevin Sidor, a fierce competitor with a big personality, lined up third.
Today is actually my 5th season here racing, and over the years I've worked my way up to 11 to 9. Last year I did 4th, so this year, I'm hoping to do better than that.
Todd Boyd, the oldest racer in the field and a familiar force at the front of the hobby class, started 4th.
I haven't missed one race and I haven't won any races, but I enjoy myself coming.
And finally, John Tucci rounded out the field in 5th. Roman had some rough starts, struggling at first with the American-style block starts. Once he found his rhythm, he was untouchable, winning every heat with dominant performances. Boyd delivered 2 remarkable runner-up finishes, locking down second on the starting grid for the final. Sidor secured 3rd overall, and Wilson in 4th. The legends lined up for the first ever final, ready to make history. Roman Kratochvil is up and away with a stellar start. Kevin Sidor, quick out of the 3rd lane, leaves Todd Boyd behind as he charges towards the whole shot. Roman takes it cleanly, with Kevin slotting into P2, Todd holding P3, and David Wilson close behind in P4. The Austrian rider begins to open a commanding lead, stretching the gap with every lap. Behind him, Todd Boyd takes his joker lap, giving David Wilson clear water as he moves into provisional 3rd. Kevin Sidor continues running strong in 2nd, focused on staying ahead of Wilson as the laps wind down. The positions remain steady until the final lap, and Roman Kratochvil caps off a perfect weekend, winning every heat and the final in dominant fashion. Kevin Sidor celebrates his best MOTOSURF finish yet in 2nd, and David Wilson returns to the podium with a well-earned 3rd. A flawless US debut for Roman Kratochvil, taking 1st place in his very first race. Fiercely competitive hobby class featured 10 riders representing 4 nations. Garth Leach of South Africa stunned the field, topping qualifying against more experienced riders.
I only got aboard, my first board, about a year and a half ago. and that was an older 18 carbureted race board, upgraded to a nice titanium board, and here we are.
Just 0.6 of a second behind, American Bobby Hurtado secured second on the grid, with Timothy White returning to qualify third.
I got a lot more practice. I do a lot of ocean riding for endurance because last year I got winded. This year I don't get winded.
Jason Tubbs started fourth, followed by Brazilian Chris Gomez in fifth.
This year's everything's more condensed, so there's a lot of zigzags. So you got to make those sharp turns and you got to stay in rhythm. You got to find your race lane.
Pepper Harakumwachana lined up sixth, with Christopher Green, USA, seventh, Benjamin Swanson, USA, Taishi Namato, Japan, and Russo Zak, USA, rounded out the field. The four heats were incredibly close, with four different winners. The top three riders were tied on points. Hurtado claimed pole position, with Timothy White in the number 2 shorts and Pepper starting third. Everything came down to one last race. Bobby Hurtado nails the start, rocketing ahead and leaving the field behind. Chris Gomez settles into second, with Garth Leach close behind in third through the whole shot. Entering the split course, Bobby takes the left side, while Chris and Garth go right. Bobby misses the final buoy and doubles back into the oncoming riders. That'll be a penalty. Chris moves into first, Garth up to second, and Bobby drops to third. Bobby quickly takes his first Joker lap with Pepper right behind. Christopher Green slides into third, with Jason Tubbs chasing hard until Tubbs loses it on that backside turn and goes down. He's back up quickly, but Pepper closes the gap, completing his second Joker lap and setting up for a late push. Meanwhile, Garth finds clean water and locks in second as Chris controls the race up front, trying to get through lap traffic. Taishi Namato crashes in front of Chris, leaving him nowhere to go. Chris wipes out, losing precious time. Garth takes full advantage, surging into the lead. But Pepper is right there. Both Jokers done and spelling victory. Pepper sweeps past into the lead when Garth takes his Joker and holds on to take a dramatic win. Garth crosses in second, Chris recovers to claim third, and Christopher Green earns a solid fourth place finish.
I managed to get my strength and get up and not falling, and that's the key. And number one.
Oh, it was awesome, man. Yeah, a lot of fun.
Towards the end, I really picked it up just so I could get on that podium.
On the podium, Pepper Harakumwachana stands tall in the number 1 hobby class final. The final race of the Sebring event is arguably the most exciting. Dwyer locked in pole position, with Kolar alongside in second. Andrews' 2 runner-up finishes earned him third on the grid, followed by Burke in fourth and Anthony Mastroni rounding out the top 5.
Old man's got ladder climbing power. Started 7th, then 6th, then 5th, last heat 4th. One more final coming up. Let's climb that rung one more time to 3rd.
When Squire starts in the lead and basically holds it for the race, I mean, you know, we got to wait for him to make a mistake, and I'll be there waiting.
Engines on. The green flag goes down and rider Sawangwan jumps the start. And JP swerves right. Ted Burke gets squeezed out and goes down. What a tough break for Ted. Anthony Squire powers to the whole shot with Adam Kolar in second and JP in third. Ryder just manages to slip into fourth at the mark, but not for long. Entering the split course, the young rider loses control and crashes. JP tries to avoid it but goes down himself. That opens the door for Canadian Mark Andrews to slide through into third. Jaime Huncashe is fourth, Tyler Chenault fifth, and Brian Leet sixth. Up front, Squire leads, Kolar close behind, shadowing his every move and waiting for the slightest mistake. The pressure's on for Squire to hold him off. Behind them, Mark Andrews is in podium position, with JP pushing hard in fourth until trouble strikes for the Mexican rider. He goes down on lap 3, remounts quickly, but a broken binding forces him to retire just a few laps later. A heartbreaker for JP after such a strong start. That moves Chilean rider Jaime Huncashe up into fourth, but a lap later Tyler Chenault finds his line and slips past the Chilean, reclaiming fourth place. Meanwhile, Canadian Anthony Mastroni holds steady in 6th, running a clean, consistent race. It's been a tough day for rider Sawangwan after a jump start and a couple of falls, but he stays composed and keeps pushing. Rider gives way as the leaders Squire and Kolar come flying past, locked in a fierce battle for the win. Kolar is relentless, haunting Squire's every move, pressuring him at every turn, never letting the American take a single breath. It's a relentless pursuit, the young rookie testing the veteran's nerves lap after lap. But Squire's experience and determination shine through. And Anthony does it. He brings home what might be his hardest fought win yet. Adam Kolar delivering a stunning performance to claim 2nd in his pro debut. And Mark Andrews rides strong and steady to secure the final podium spot in 3rd.
Adam, he's #1 rookie in the world right now, so he was on my tail the entire race. Toughest race in years out here in the States, but glad to hold that title.
3rd place, I'm happy with that. Bring a trophy home to Canada.
Anthony is really good. After the first choker, I was like right behind him, and the whole race was like just like that.
That concludes the MOTOSURF Games for 2025 in Sebring, Florida. See you next time.